Back to my channel, everyone. It's Krista here doing the weekly reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the week of November 14th through to November 21st. This is a general reading for your sign, so whatever is most prominent in your life, I encourage you to take these messages and apply them to, and hopefully you find them helpful and healing. I am doing these readings for all signs the weekend where the moon is in Leo and then it turns into the moon in Virgo. So my focus this week for all general readings is on talents and opportunities. So Taurus, what do you need to know about talents and opportunities for your sign this week? All right, so first thing I'm noticing here is that there's something that's going to feel like it's overarchingly overwhelming, but I'm going to suggest here, Taurus, that it's something that you are projecting or unwilling or unable for any reason to either come to terms with or to put a stop to, okay? Now this could have to do with a safety issue. You could feel unsafe in trying to put a stop to something that you would rather see come to a close, or that you would rather stop participating in. So there could be something again here that you're trying to get away from that feels like it's overarching, but I really think that this is about you putting your foot down about something here. In the interest of keeping the peace is probably what's going to keep you from doing it, and you're probably towing the line around some issue in your life this week that's going to feel like it's, running over and over, maybe the same old thing, and you're kind of tired of it. So again, there could be a real opportunity here to put your foot down about something. Now, that's going to mean that it's going to absolutely upset something, okay? And because your interest is in peace, I don't see behavior in enacting you putting your foot down on something this week. However, I'm going to suggest this is a lovely week to get to gather some ideas and some philosophies, and perhaps even speak to someone that you trust who is loyal to you in process of putting together a plan so that you can address something that you've really had enough of, okay? If there is any level of undue suffering in your life, Taurus, I'm going to ask that you pay attention to coming to terms with undoing that. You don't need to unnecessarily or unduly suffer at all, okay? If you feel somehow that there is a fate involved with this, I'm going to ask that you are willing and able to let go of that feeling. You're not fated to suffer, okay? And you're not fated to keep the peace in order to protect someone who wouldn't protect you the same way, or whose behaviors or personality or attitude or actions or inaction, as it were, is unbecoming of a person that you need and deserve in your own life, okay? So let's look at these one by one. Peace is your central position. This is where, look, I'll just be upfront. Peace is you. This is the general energy swirling around you. You really want this in your life. This is you projecting into the world. But this is a heavy burden to carry, Taurus, if this is what you're surrounded with. This is general energy. There is a never-ending story here where you're unable to face yourself, you're unable to face something about a situation, predicament, behavior that you're exposed to. Can this be your own behavior? Yes. Is it necessarily your own behavior? Probably not, because I see you interested in a level of peace here, so much so that you're willing to do this even in the face of a heavy burden, okay? This is you generally hiding from something in order to keep the peace here, probably protecting someone. Again, on some level, this could be considered noble. I get it, right? I really do, especially if you're protecting a family member, or you think you are. But it's not causing you peace, and perhaps this person can speak for themselves, okay? And perhaps they need to. So, and it's a curious predicament as well. I mean, peace usually in any reading is supposed to be about, it's a very positive thing, and generally it really is. The desire to want peace and to strive for peace and to live peacefully is noble, but at the expense of your own. What are you paying for it here, Taurus, is what I'm going to ask, okay? You're paying something dearly here for it, and this could be subconscious. Maybe you needed to hear this because you were unaware of how much you were really paying for this with your own sense of peace, right? You feel agitated, you feel upset, you feel as though something is really never going to go away. How are you going to handle ultimately someone else's issue, someone else's stress, someone else's projection, etc., right? You're under a lot of pressure, and I'm going to suggest that it's not yours, and a burden, and I'm going to suggest it's not your burden. All right. Here with By the Book is influencing your current position. This is you really towing the line, literally. Look at this, a parade of elephants. Of course, we know that elephants are matriarchal societies. If you are a woman, if you have a son, a husband, a brother, a boyfriend, a friend, a coworker who you are protecting right now, or you feel it's in your best interest to protect them right now, you're really paying a price for this. So just, again, I don't see you acting on anything this week, but really take a look at this, especially if this is hitting home right now, generally for you. With something that you are undergoing this week, and put yourself first, okay? You really need to protect yourself. You need to take care of yourself right now because you're spending a lot of energy on someone else or on a situation where it's not mutual. And to me, that's just unfair. So I just see you being treated unfairly right now. And again, this could be subconscious for you. Maybe you're unaware of that and you needed to be told that or needed to be reminded because that other person is so unfair or the situation is so unfair that it's not telling you, okay? Even though they see you suffering. So I'm kind of bothered about that for you, not pleased about that. So in protecting someone else, you're paying a price, and it's something it's revisiting itself over and over here. We have a sense of karma here. We also have what's considered a sacred spiral, something that's literally not going to go away. This is different than fate, Taurus, by the way. Fate is different. Fate is something that you hold, it's your star, it's something you hold on to, it's a goal, it's something to achieve. This is something that's playing out, right? It's a story that's being told over and over. She can't even look at herself in the mirror. There is time running out on something here. This little tiny heart within this time teller, I forget what this is called, says, love me. And then the little arrow says yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. It's literally in between the yes and the no. This is you though, okay? This is not the other person. This is not the situation. You're having a hard time with yourself and you just, for some reason, you're missing the mark. You're unable to put your finger on, why is this stressful? Why is this overwhelming? Why am I carrying the burden, the load here? Because they're literally making you do it. No one is helping you. Like, I'm bugged for you right now. This is very unfair. And they see it. It's going over and over. So basically, I'm asking under talents and opportunities this week, I'm going to ask, how much longer are you going to accept this? And at what price? What price are you willing to pay for this? And especially if the other person or people or predicament or what have you know that you're going through this, that's just mean, right? That they would watch you do this. And if they don't know about this, it could be a good week for you to tell them, look, I'm really suffering here because of this. Can you help me through this? And then the true colors will show themselves, Taurus. Spider is weaving. Well, no kidding. Something is being weaved here with or without your consent, with or without your blessings. And it's really chewing you up. This is really unfair. It could be very creative. It could be old. It could be very, very old here. Very interesting to note as well, we have two senses of weaving, okay? We have the creative weaving, as though something is being managed outside your control, and then this sense of spiral dance, something just continuing. Who knows how big this spider web is now, Taurus, and as we all know, oh my heavens, I forget the tale. There is a poem around the weaving of lies and deception. I'm sure you're saying it 10 times over in your own head right now. I hope you are. What we can deceive by weaving this. Something is being weaved as a deception and you're caught up in it and it's not fair. And I really feel that you intuitively know this, Taurus. Study. Well, yes, okay, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is not going to be a week of action, but it could be a week of taking a look at exactly what it is, okay? You need to identify this once and for all. It's at least one thing that you can identify. Generally speaking, it's regarding at least one other person who's taking you for a ride. And I'm going to suggest here as well, really using you as a doormat. I don't really care if they're aware of it or not. I really don't. I think they are, but I don't care if they know it or not. You need to know it and you need to put your foot down on something here because just on a level of fairness and equality. So really getting a look at what it is, generally speaking here for you, that you feel like you're being taken for a ride on or being manipulated around or something's being weaved with you involved and you just don't want any part of this. And because they or the situation or the other person knows on some level that you're more inclined to keep the peace, this is being taken advantage of. And I'm going to ask this week, Taurus, you need to stand up for yourself this week. Even if it's you by yourself, taking yourself to task about this and coming to terms with this, okay? You don't have to take action this week about putting your foot down necessarily, but you need to become really clear about what's going on and what you're willing to put an end to here that's unfair. So listen, I really hope that this helped you in some way and that you are really safe and that peace becomes a large, massive part of your whole circle, of your entire energy, and that other people are able to react to you with love and peace in their heart because you really deserve this, Taurus. You really do, okay? Don't accept less. So that is your reading for the week. If you like the video, please leave a like. That really helps me out. And if you like the content, subscribe to my channel. I upload videos for your sign every week, and it's free to subscribe. So until I meet you in the next video, take excellent care, Taurus. Bye for now.